Welcome back, dear students. So, in this session, we will be understanding the different types of evaporators used in a refrigeration system. So, evaporator is a component to receive the low pressure, low temperature fluid or the liquid refrigerant from the expansion device, which we have already learned in the last session, and to bring it in close thermal contact with the load. What do you mean by the load? The space to be cooled. If it is a refrigeration system, usually the evaporator coils are wound over the freezer compartment. So the basic function of the evaporator is to absorb heat from the space to be cooled. Thereby the refrigerant will be changing its phase from liquid to vapor. So latent heat of the refrigerant will be absorbed and the change of phase will be taking place. So these are the various types of evaporators classified based on heat transfer, flow of refrigerant, the covering of the surface area where the refrigerant is flowing actually, the orientation of the tube as well as the shape of the evaporator tubes. So based on heat transfer, it can be classified as forced convection and natural convection type of evaporators. Whether the heat transfer is accomplished merely by natural convection, there is no external power used like fan or a blower. Usually in common household refrigerators, small capacity refrigeration systems, we usually use natural convection heat transfer, or in large capacity refrigeration systems, we have to use forced convection type of heat transfer. Now, depending on the flow of refrigerant, whether it is inside the tubes or outside the tubes, we can classify further the evaporators. Then, surface area, whether it is flowing, again, flooded type, continuously over the tubes, or dry expansion type, whether it is flowing inside the tubes, whether it is covering the entire surface area or merely a smaller portion of the surface area of the evaporator, again, we can classify. Then whether the tubes in the evaporator are placed horizontally or vertically, we can classify as horizontal tube configuration and vertical tube configuration. And even in some kind of evaporators, especially large capacity systems where heat transfer needs to be increased, you may have to use the extended surfaces or fins. So such classification is also made depending on the shape, whether it is protruded surface or flat surface. Now, this is a major classification of evaporators. You can see in almost all the concepts of evaporators, whether in the companies or in the textbooks. Flooded type evaporators as well as direct expansion type or dry expansion type evaporators. So in flooded type evaporators, liquid refrigerant covers the entire heat transfer surface. I'll show you the schematic diagram. And as we have seen in the previous session, the float valve is used in conjunction with flooded type evaporators. A float valve is usually used. So it will be a low side float valve at the evaporator side. In direct expansion type evaporators, a part of the heat transfer surface is used for superheating the vapor. So if you recall the last session, again you can see that a thermostatic expansion valve is used to maintain a constant superheat at the exit of the evaporator. So a thermostatic expansion valve is usually used in conjunction with this direct expansion type evaporator, or even a capillary tube is used if a lower capacity refrigeration system is employed. So these are the diagrams. So you can see a flooded type evaporator. The refrigerant fluid is flowing outside the tubes from the bottom to top and the other fluid is flowing in the tubes. You can see here the refrigerant. This is not the gas, is liquid. Liquid is coming and the vapor is going out. And here you can see the water is flowing outside the tubes and the refrigerant is flowing inside the tubes in the dry expansion type or direct expansion type of evaporator. So with that, we will wind up the discussion on the components of the refrigeration systems. We will see with another interesting topic in the upcoming session. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.